The good cop, bad cop team of Vice President Pence and President Trump is now into its second month in office. In some ways, the men are opposites in tone, tenor, delivery, even background. But are their differing styles complementary in any way? Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen takes a look.
On his first overseas trip to Munich and Brussels, Vice President Pence was described over and over again as a reassuring figure.
He was able to say with absolute clarity that he comes to Europe to talk to our NATO allies and our partners in the EU on the authority of President Trump. I think that was an absolutely critical message that our allies needed to hear.
Yet if EU Foreign Policy Chief Federica Mogherini expected the soft-spoken vice president to depart from the policies of the man he serves on issues like member state funding for NATO, she was disappointed.
If you're a nation that meets the 2% target, we need your help, encouraging other nations to do likewise. If you have a plan to get there, as he said, our alliance needs you to accelerate it. And if you don't yet have a plan, these are my words, not his, get one.
In the Trump-Pence partnership, yin truly meets yang.
Mike Pence has been fantastic.
Where the president plays the disruptive outsider, a recent convert to conservatism who is decidedly big picture, the vice president appears at home and abroad as the low-key policy wonk, eternally a man of the House and the GOP, through whose ranks he rose.
More often than not, we walked that way because we were being hauled into the Speaker's Speaker's office for being admonished for being rabble-rousers in the Republican Study Committee.
Aides say Pence was a strong voice in the selection of Judge Neil Gorsuch for the Supreme Court and is otherwise engaged on all issues, foreign and domestic, that reach the executive office of the president. Yet the vice president has also struggled against the perception that he was out of the loop in the sequence of events that ended with the dismissal of National Security Advisor Mike Flynn.
Vice President Pence went on national television and told the nation that the issue of sanctions was not discussed between General Flynn and the Russian ambassador, and it's embarrassing to the vice president.
What the vice president didn't know, I believe, was that Sally Yates gave an initial heads up to Don McGahn. But once the next day came and that investigation was closed, Chris, that topic didn't come up again.
As he sits down with the vice president for a private dinner at the White House at this hour, President Trump cannot but see Mr. Pence as the indispensable man in his inner circle, not just because of the vice president's soothing demeanor or Capitol Hill cred, but because he is, Brett, by statute, the one person in the West Wing to whom Donald Trump cannot say, "You're fired."
Also a fighter for free press and protecting press rights, interestingly enough.
And something we value.
James, thank you.